morning, Shirley.
It's so nice of you to come and spend this time with me, helping me spread the word about these workshops that I run. So today's the last one of the 6 meeting series, and I just want to hear from you. So what are the benefits that you saw for yourself going through this program?
Well, Shirley, I've been through like several programs, and they've all failed, okay? So I wasn't sure what I was coming into.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about getting help and with somebody that, I know that I'm sort of holistic, and I'm a person that meditates, and I'm into spiritual stuff.
Right.
You were in spiritual stuff, so I said, I'm going to give this a try.
Okay.
And the big thing that changed for me was the attitude that I look at food, and my lifestyle has changed, okay? I make it's always in my consciousness that food, can be enjoyed,
Mm-hmm.
but it also can be a double-edged sword. It can be something that is masking something else. You can use food just like you can use a drug.
Absolutely.
To cover something up.
Right.
So the big thing that made a difference for me in this program was the hypnotic therapy, okay, and your guidance, which I was not sure was going to work, but I'll tell you why.
So you mean the recordings,
and
the guided meditations? Yes, absolutely.
I knew that stuff works in people's lives for different reasons, but I didn't know it would work
for
with
you.
food, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the big, and I'll tell you why. It's because when I go about my day, I could go past a pizza place and say, God, I'm going to stop in and get a slice of pizza. Now I look at that pizza place and it doesn't even, I don't even give it a second
It's
thought.
not attractive
There's
anymore.
not a craving for that.
That's wonderful.
There's not a craving for the yogurt place anymore. And one of the big things that I know is not good for me is sugar and and simple carbohydrates.
Right.
So the five white substances that I call them, and they are rice, flour, and wheat, and all those things. I've cut most of those things out of my diet. And if you look at foods, that stuff is everywhere.
Everywhere. You have to be very mindful.
You have to be very mindful.
Right.
If I'm going to stop for lunch, I go to Whole Foods now because they have a lunch counter.
You know,
and I can pick something in Whole Foods that's much more healthier.
Absolutely.
I've never done that before, so that's part of my lifestyle change.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
I'm so happy to hear that. And I know that you also lost some weight as a side effect of the
I'm
program.
down 17 pounds.
That's amazing.
And I don't get on the scale every day. I only get on the scale like maybe every 3 or 4 days, or when I feel like I can tell.
You can tell there's a
need
change for the better.
You can tell in your waistline.
Right.
You can tell on how you feel, and I'm so
moving
grateful.
more with more finesse now.
With more finesse, I'm happier.
That's wonderful. And we talked about it, how
the program has been very effective for me.
I'm so happy. And we talked about how sugar and processed food actually affect your mood.
Oh, it does.
So,
and stuff is like, it's toxic to your system.
Absolutely.
So it affects everything in your life. So
yeah.
I'm so grateful to you.
Oh yeah, I'm grateful.
Your program
to
is
you.
wonderful, and it has worked for me, and I believe it will continue to work.
Absolutely, and you have those recordings to listen to for
to
eternity, right?
And I still have you here as long as you live in Boca.
I don't plan to go anywhere. So yeah.
If I need something,
I'm here.
I'm here.
Absolutely.
I have resources. So.
Mike, thank you so much for spending the time and taking the time.
You're welcome.
To spread the word. Let me give you a hug and thank you. And we'll have a wonderful last session today.